A very good morning, my dear students, and welcome to Digital World of Patania Public School. But in previous lecture, we learned chapter number 2, Internet Services. And in Internet Services, we have already learned in Google, search engine and how to find the people on the internet and what is email and what are the advantages and disadvantages of email. So now today we start how to create an email account. So for creating an email account, first you need any web browser. So first you can open any web browser like I am opening here, Edge, or you can open your Chrome, any web browser you can open here. Okay. After that, you can enter the web address. If you want to create a email ID on gmail.com, then you can write down Gmail. If you want to create the Yahoo if you want to create email id in Yahoo, then you can open the yahoomail.com. After that you can click on the create account. This is your create account. After that you can click on the create account option. Okay, and after create account, you can see here one form is available. So here you can write down any name. For example, I have written here a cans, and after that you can caps lock is on, so off it first, and then you can write down a cans, and in last name you can write down the uh, second name, last name, surname, and after that you can write down here the id which you want. For example, I want a cans Dhaka 010. Okay, then after that you can write here any password, and then you can write down here any confirm password, and then click on the next button. When you can click on the next button, you can see here when you click on the next button, a registration will be opened here, and it want now your date of birth and your gender. So you can write down here date of birth and gender. Then the privacy and terms will be opened here. You can click the I agree all terms and conditions of the Google here, and after that you can click on the next button, and after clicking the next button your email account will be created, and the email Google send you the email, Google community team like. So how you use this email id now? So using the email account, how to use this email account? For using this email account, first you can again open it, and after opening you can just click on the gmail.com, and here you can write down the email account. First you can write down here email account. You write down gmail.com, otherwise you don't write down email gmail.com. Gmail automatically take the extension name of the website gmail.com. So after that you can write down your, and then you can write down here the password. So here you can write down a password, and always you select password with some special character or some number or some capital letter or small letter like this. uh, Account managed by family link are not allowed to sign in here. So this email account I have created for only the that have the age is 5 or 6 years, so it want the family permission. So I have given him a family permission. So open it, the parent email id, and after opening the parent email id, parent will give the permission to this email id, and then this email id will be accessed. But if you are more than the 18 years, then Google have create your own id, not need the family uh, or you can say your parent permission. So here you see one email is here. So open this email here, and then the parent will allow him, and after allowing your email id will be accessed. Okay, so you can allow him, and after allowing you knowing managing email account as a parent, here are some ways you can stay involved, get the family link app, or you can write down any family link on the web, or you can write down share as a family. And you can see here Google services, opportunity to use several Google services to improve this Android experience. And then if you want to create a reminder, then write down here reminder. And if you did not authorize the creation of my account, my child, then delete your account here. So family, and click here, or otherwise you can click on the below link, policy notice account managed with the parent link. So you can click here and then give the permission to open the child email id. Okay, so for writing the only email id and password, you can open your email id. But if you are new on the emails, if you are new in gmail, then it, or you are a child, and then it wants the permission of your parent. So mail goes to the parent email id, and then they provide the permission, yes. And then again, yes, you see here all the terms and conditions of the parent. Okay, parent and child here. And then you can allow him. And after that, if you want to search out any other, then you can click here. And one more link is here, sign in on a new device, recently signed in using browser. So family link, device management, website management, or Google management, these all are opened here. Okay, so after that, you can, if you want to reset the password of the child, then you can write here, otherwise you can open it. Okay, so this is all about your email id, how to create your email id and how you open the email id. So using the email account, open the email account. For write down your username, then write down password, and then click on the next button. After this, you can see here, if you want to compose, if you want to send any email to the other person, any email to any other person, then what you do here, just open your email account. Yes, open email account, and then you for example, I have opened a email account here. I have opened my email account here. Okay, leave this account. Okay, I have opened here my email account here. And then we do what we do here, then we do the next step, how to create a email, how to create a mail. So for creating a email, you can open it and click on plus sign, compose sign. So after that, you can write down here any email account. For example, I want to send the email to Ekans Dhaka, and at the rate gmail.com. After that, write down the subject here, and after subject, you can see here one more option, CC and BCC. What do you mean by the CC and BCC? CC means your carbon copy. It create a carbon copy of your email ID, and BCC means your blind carbon copy. For example, if you send a same email to the multiple persons, then this email id, your email id, not displayed and shown to every person, then you select the BCC, blind carbon copy. So you can click here and you can click on blind carbon copy, and you write down here now any name here. And after that, you can, if you want to use the multiple email id, then you can write down here email id, for example, then comma, then again write down second email id. Okay, and after that, you can write down here subject. For example, I have written here hello message only. Okay, and here you can type your message, hello, how are you, and all these. After that, how to send a file, your document. So click on the attach file, and after attaching file, a new insert Google Drive. Okay, after clicking on this attachment, your file will be opened and you can select any file from your computer like this, and you can select, for example, I have selected your uh, chapter number 4, and I have sent, for example, this. Okay, and then click on the open, and it will take the time to downloading one items. So it give the it want the time, so you can give the time to him to complete it, and after completing you can click on the send button. You click on the send button, but if you don't want to send it, then click on the close button. For example, we want to send here another file, and my another file here is, for example, I want to send uh, this one. Okay, select it and then click on the open. So you see here chapter 1 important differences file will be selected here, and it will take the time to downloading, and then after you can click on the send button. So this way you can write any email ID and compose, and you can want to send it, so you can send the email ID. After that, viewing email, how to view it? Like this we have already viewed here. Just click your email ID and then click on the, and after that you can click on the send button beta. Okay, but I don't want to send it, then I close it. So viewing, just click on your inbox, and all the email ID will be shown on your screen, and that you want, you can just click on the open, and when you open, all the terms and condition and all your email ID message will be displayed on your screen. So viewing the email like this. And after this, how you can sending email, we have already done. Write the email ID and then compose it, write any message, and then click on the send button. And if you select the CC means carbon copy, and the carbon copy is to send a copy of the email to many recipient. All carbon copy recipient are visible to all other recipient, but BCC means to send copy of email, but in this case the recipient in BCC are not visible to everyone. Here CC will be visible to every recipient. For example, you send a mail to the 100 people, so 100 people see every person email ID here, but BCC hide your visibility of the email from the another persons. And here you can write down the two. In two you can write down the email ID of the sending person, and here you can write down subject, and here you can write down your message, and then click on the send button. And after that, attach a file, we have already done. The message box, you can write any message in your message box, and then you can see here attaching file. How to attach it, we have already done practically. How to attach a file, just click on the attach file, and then you can select your file and click on the open. And after opening, after open button, a process will be gone for the downloading, and then click on the send button. So like this your file will be sent on email ID. After that, creating signature, very important part beta. Creating signature, how to create a signature, this is new for you. A signature is a text like your name and contact detail that is automatically separated from the rest of the message by two dash sign at the bottom to every message you create. So new message window, then setting, and then top right area of the window select setting from the list, and then setting, and then we do the practically. And so for this you can click on the compose, and after that you can click on the setting here, or you can write directly. You can write directly from here. Just click on the insert signature, and after that you can write down here manage signature, and after managing signature you can write or create your signatures here. Okay, so for this you can just click on the setting also, and every time setting will be sorry displayed your error, so you can see here. We remove this this. Okay, you see here signature, and in signature create new will be displayed. So click on the create new, and after click new, then you can write down the your signature. So here you can write down your signature, what you want to sign it. For example, I write this way, and then click on the create button. If you don't want, then again close it and don't write the signature here. Okay, so this way you can create your signature, and after this you can save it. And how to opening an attachment, how to open the attached email id. So again open your email id, and after that click on the inbox of your email id, and after that it loading your email id. And for example, I have choose here um, uh, like this. Why I have opened this email id, and here you see attachment, one attachment is there, so you can download it. So it download in your system, that way you can open your attached email id. Okay, so you see here invite.ics file will be downloaded in my computer. So this is the opening and attachment. This way you can open the attached file with your email id. After that, downloading, we have done this part. And yes, replying and forwarding emails, how you can reply or forwarding. Reply means if you uh, revert back to the email id, then you use the reply. But forward, when you want to send the one email to the other person. So the reply, this action is required to respond the received email. By default, reply goes only to the sender to message. You can add more recipient if you want. And forward means this action is required to share the received email with others. You can also do modification while forwarding email. To reply or forward an email message, how we reply and forward it. Again open your email id, again open your inbox, and for example, I want to I opened this one. Okay, I open this, and if you we want to reply this, then click on the reply button, and you can write your message here and click on the send button. Okay, but if you don't reply this, if you want to forward it, then click on the forward and write down the email id here, whom to want to send the email, this email to. Then you can write down the email id here, and then click on the send. So these are both are the your forwarding and replying a email. And after that, uh, you can see here how to delete a file. Deleting email, how to delete a email. So how you can delete email id, sorry, don't email id, how to delete any email. So how you delete it, again open your email id. For example, I want to delete this email id. Yes, I want to delete this email id. So just click on the delete option. So when you click on the delete, so it will be delete. But if you don't want to delete it, then you can click on the undo option here. Okay, and after that, restoring email, how to restore it. So in the left pane, click on the trace option, a new screen appear. So right click on it and click on the so you can see here so many options are there. So you can click on the more and important and chat and your draft and joining mate. So many are there. So here you can choose your trace. So you can see here so many are there. So here you choose trace option, and after tracing you can restore it, otherwise you can undo it also. Okay, so now just click on the move to inbox. And after that, closing the mailbox, how to close the mailbox. Google account. So click on the Google account first, and then click on the sign out only. So how you click it, just click on this, and then you can click on the logout option. So your email id will be turned off. So just click on the sign out, you can see here. After again, so dash BCC stands for dash, so blind carbon copy. and after typing your username and password, click on sign in to enter into your email account. So like this you can create your email account. You can reply to an email, you can delete an email, you can restore from the trace, and these all about the email id, and what is email id and what are advantages, disadvantages, and how to create your email id. Now your next topic is here, e-group. What do you mean by the e-group? A e-group is another useful facility of internet which allows the uh, internet of similar interest to so we do some, yes, so interest to communicate with each other online so that they can share their ideas, views, information with each other. This is like a bulletin board. In bulletin board you can share your idea and views on the bulletin board, and same like e-groups are there, electronic groups are there, where same similar interest persons will be share their information together, where the people come together to post their message, to ask question, to answer the question, to discuss any topic asked by the other on thousands of topics ranging from any topic you can discuss there, and you can ask any question from the any subject like engineering, political, computer, any topic you can discuss there. Some of the popular e-groups are, so what are the sites of e-group? www.egroup.google.com. www, learn these both the website name, groups.yahoo.com. So these both are the groups.google.com and groups.yahoo.com. These both are the e-group websites. To make use of this service, you need to become the member of those group in which you are interested. A member can search the posting made by the others, and can post these view idea and respond to the posting and the questions of the other user in that group also. Okay, and how you can create it? First you can open like groups.google.com, then my group is there, you can join this group, and after that you can discuss any topic here. And next is your video conferencing. The next service of the internet is your video conferencing. What do you mean by the video conferencing here? This is the one of the powerful facility which help to conduct virtual meeting between two or more terminal. If you want meeting on internet, that means you are doing the video conferencing. It is one of the audio visual communication system which transmit audio and video data to see the person while taking to him at the different location. To use this facility along with the high speed internet connection, there is a need of some additional hardware and software component in our system which we want to include. So what are the requirement for video conferencing? Some hardware and software we require for the video conferencing. First we are discussing about the hardware: web camera, microphone, speaker or headphone, and monitor or projector. These are the hardware part that are used to uh, open the that are used to the video conferencing from one person to the another person. So web camera to capture the video of the signals, microphone to capture the audio of the signal, speaker to receive audio output, and monitor and projector to receive and display the video output. So some software is also required. A video conferencing software are like, everyone learn this point and underline here: Skype, Apple's FaceTime, etc., for processing the images and the sound. So for video conferencing, Skype, Apple's FaceTime is the software we required, and hardware we required webcam, microphone, speaker, and the monitor. So for video conferencing, we required some hardware and software. A video conferencing system in which two computer or device share their information, transfer their information with each other is called point-to-point video conferencing. Whereas in a system where some more than and two terminal communicate in a virtual meeting environment, that is which involves several sites, is called multiple point video conferencing. So here you see one person is here, one group is here, second group is here, third is here, and some persons are here, so everyone see each other and everyone share audio and video of every person. So this is your video conferencing. Now so many advantages of video conferencing are there. First is your time saving. It save your so much time. It is very time saving service. This is a powerful communication tool for those who are at different location. For example, if you want to communicate with the USA person, then you can use the video conferencing in the same country or in the different country, and are involved in some common decision making process while sitting at their own office on their home. They can conduct a virtual meeting through video conferencing, which not only saves the traveling time. This is not only save the traveling time to meet some common place, but also speed up the decision making process also. Like we do the Zoom meeting and these all like this, so you can do the video conferencing also. So cost effective, yeah, where it reduce your cost, it is very cheap. So it does not just save the time but also the cost involved in traveling, food, hotel expenses, which can be very high as compared to the cost involved in setting up a video conferencing session. Convenient, very convenient. Video conferencing is very convenient to the traditional traveling, as a person need not to leave his place for conducting a meeting, so there is no need to take out time from his busy schedule, but it can be conducted at any convenient time which is suitable to all those who are involved in it. It also leads to the increased productivity and better control on the local office. Versatile means everywhere. So this service can be used by the student to attend academic session at distance location and distance education. Doctor can use it in the telemedicine, and also while operating the patient. It can be used by the media for the live coverage and reporting from remote locations. So it is versatile service that has its application in many different areas. And the next advantage is sharing information. It is very easy for video conferencing. You can share any information, any views. So presentation or other visual can be shared with anyone attending the conferencing at the same time. So many advantages are there. Time saving, and you can say cost effective, very cheap, convenient, versatile. Sharing information is very easy. And with this, some limitations of video conferencing is also there. Means you required the hardware for video conferencing, that is very costly. So costly hardware is required for the video conferencing. The initial setup of video conferencing is quite expensive, as traditional hardware is required, which may not be very cost effective for the individual. Complex technology, this technology is very complex. This service is based on a very complex technology for which a sound technical knowledge is needed to use the facility. Here we need the network persons then who solve our technical problems. And then next disadvantage is time constant. The time difference in the different part of the world can be another problem. As to conduct this session, all the participants are needed to be online, which may not be convenient for everyone. Maybe in India and other country, timing difference is 12 hours, 13 hours. So when here is the day, then in other country maybe it night, and when here is the night, then in another country maybe the day. So this is your time constant. System failure, very important disadvantage here. The entire service depend on the complex hardware and software setup, and the failure of these systems of sometimes can disrupt the entire conferencing session. Okay, so these all are the disadvantages of your video conferencing: costly hardware, complex technology, time constant, and system failure. So thank you so much for watching this video. In next video, we'll meet with the next topic.